Hello and welcome. Welcome back to the Clutter Challenge. This is week 2, task 2. Before I dive in with this week's task, though, I want to do a quick little check-in and find out how week 1 went. Did you commit to 10 minutes? Did you go on that low-hanging fruit harvest? If you didn't, I want you to stop this video, go back, watch that one, and do task 1. Why am I being so bossy? Because I feel so strongly about that task. It is one of the quickest, easiest, least painful ways to really realize some real results in a very short amount of time. As a matter of fact, if you're going to choose to do just one single clutter clearing task a week, make it the low-hanging fruit harvest, because it's one of the best ways to maintain an equilibrium of the stuff that flows into your space. And that's what controlling clutter is all about. It's about managing the flow of stuff into your space. Okay, so now that you know how I feel about task 1, and obviously I feel strongly about it, let's move on to task number 2. Again, this is a super easy peasy, totally doable in 10-minute task. If you're not already doing it, the return on your time investment here is going to be huge. What I want you to do this week is I want you to choose a single collection point for all incoming paper. Again, I know, not rocket science, so completely elementary, but so many people neglect to do this. They do not have a single collection point for the paper that makes its way into their space. If you do this, if you choose that one single spot, you're not going to have to spend time looking around your space to see where that note from school went to, where that bill landed up. You're going to know that it's in the paper spot. So all paper, no matter the source, should land here. So I want you to choose a location that is convenient and that feels really natural. And I also want you to work with any habit that you already have in place. So if the paper coming into your home usually lands on the kitchen counter, dedicate a section of the counter to be the collection spot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a container. And again, so easy, so completely elementary, and you might be wondering, why do I actually have to add a container? But paper in its natural state wants to take over all of the horizontal space around it. It wants to naturally just spread out, and I'm sure you've seen this. You know, a stack of papers will just slide off to the side. So the container is really important. It's what stops the overtaking of all of the space. Paper is the number one reason that people come to me. People feel like paper is overwhelming, that they don't have any control over, and paper represents so much. It's our financial lives, it's our personal lives, it's our social lives. It's all there in the paper. It's the invitations, it's the note from school, it's the bills. So having that single collection point not only gives you that feeling of control, it actually gives you real control. So that's what your task is this week, is to contain your paper. Dedicate that spot and contain it. Now I'll be back next week with task number 3. In the meantime, I'd love to hear any feedback, so please feel free to share. Let me know if this worked for you. Let me know if you had to tweak it a little bit. And also, please let me know about what your challenges are so that I can address those in upcoming tasks. All right, see you next week.